Where we at, baby? We live is we live is we live is we live is we live. We going live. Double tap, hit the like button, wipe your feet as you come on in my house, man. Welcome, 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 and good morning. Welcome and good morning, good morning, and welcome, welcome, and good morning, and welcome, welcome, and good morning. Bring your funky butt on in here. Come on, baby, baby, come on, baby, baby, come on, baby, baby, come on. Double tap, hit the like button, double tap, hit the like button, like, share, subscribe. Check this out, man. Welcome to the live chat. Welcome to the live chat. I know you've been trying to catch me live. You've been seeing clips. You've been seeing shorts. Now you finally caught me live. So lucky to catch me live. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by community guidelines. Relax and talk sports in the building. What's up with my guy? Double tap, hit the like button, man. You know what we do, man. Every day, all day, Trump news, Trump news, Trump news. Giving Democrats the boo-hoo blues. Giving Democrats the boo-hoo blues. Did you see that thumbnail? Did you see that thumbnail? We do it so well. Oh, man, what another winning day. Victory, victory, victory. Even in my thumbnail, the AI, I got AI working for me, man. The AI is creating me these fantastic images, the best thumbnails on YouTube, the best political discourse on YouTube. And in the thumbnail, you know what AI said? AI said MAGA is winning. AI said MAGA is, we in Charlotte. Charlotte is on ice. I said, we in Charlotte. Charlotte is on ice. We're going to talk about it today. We in Charlotte, and Charlotte is on ice. 250 arrests. Videos all over the X, internet, social media going crazy. What is the number one topic of today? Every day, all day, Trump. But you guys are going to be amazed at what the video I got for you today. All over the interwebs. I'm telling you, things are buzzing like a cousin. I mean, cousin, things are buzzing, buzzing, buzzing. Now, check this out. It's only been 10, 11 months into the first 4 years of Donald Trump's second term. So much has transpired in these matter of months. Just remember, I reminded my Democratic colleagues that you had a choice. Yeah, you had a choice just months ago, 11 months. Where are we after 11 months? I like to bring you up to speed. $200 to $300 billion collected in tariff revenue. Yes, since August 1st, not since January 1st. Next year, top of the year, 2026 will be the first year we will be able to do a 360 year-round countdown of all the tariff revenue. But so far this year, Donald Trump policies have yielded the Americans almost $300 billion in tariff revenue. We doing a recap because all we do is recap, win, and get it done. So what else have we done? $500 billion in investments from Japan. Just yesterday, did you guys see the news from Toyota? I announced Toyota investing $10 billion in American plants. Yesterday, brand new headlines, Toyota, $900 million plant across 5 states. And it was about a couple thousand jobs. Let me tell you again, you didn't know about Donald Trump and this great economy. I said while you were crying over food stamps, Donald Trump was in Japan. While you were crying over your food stamps, Donald Trump was in Japan securing deals, getting jobs, not food stamps, not EBT, because you don't need EBT, you need a job. So we need infrastructure, we need manufacturing. So that's what the tariffs and that's what the trade deficit is all about, baby. Why are we putting tariffs down? It's because we need manufacturing back in America. High tariffs mean you have to build factories in America, and American workers get trained, and American workers get jobs. That's what it's all about. High tariffs mean you have to build Toyota plants in America. I said Toyota. Your Camry, Your Camry. Now, across 5 states. Wait a minute. Y'all didn't know about the Toyota investment. Tell me about Toyota Toyota investment, investment 900 mil across 5 states. How many jobs, how many Americans? I don't remember Biden ever announcing anything like this. I don't remember the Democrats ever giving anything tangible, kitchen table politics, right to your pocketbook. Sock it to my pocket. Everybody in the chat right now say, sock it to my pocket. Put it in my pocket. Make it rocket and don't stop it. Right now, sock it to my pocket. The Democrats never put nothing in your pocket. We already talking about another stimulus. Who gave you your first and only stimulus? Who rolled out the stimulus? You know what Barack Obama did? Barack Obama gave a stimulus to Wall Street after they stole your grandmother's money. I said, Wall Street, remember Occupy Wall Street? Remember rocket loans? Remember the predatory lenders calling your grandmother, getting her to hock up her house, taking away your wealth? And they stole your grandmother's money. They packaged it up in these mortgage bundles, and then they lost all America's money. And then Barack Obama came in and gave Jamie Dimon, JP Morgan, all the money they needed to cover their lily white rich asses. And they promised to do right by Americans. Guess what they did? They paid out $1 million bonuses. We had to sit home. We lost our grandmother's homes. Now, this was a precursor to losing our grandmothers in the COVID quarantine. So first you stole my grandmother's house. Hello? First you stole my grandmother's house. Then you killed my grandmother with the COVID policies. And then you gave Fauci a pardon. But do you guys remember? Do you guys remember? Occupy. So instead of a stimulus to the American people, the Democrats, your favorite Democrat, Barack Obama, your black mama. Barack Obama, your black mama. Double tap and hit the like button. Double tap and hit the like button. Barack Obama, he gave a stimulus to Jamie Dimon, JP Morgan, $17 million bonuses after robbing the American people of all their wealth. But Donald Trump gave you a stimulus. And right now, it's only 11 months. We got 4 years of Trump. Get ready. Strap in your seatbelts. We got 4 years of Trump, and we got 2 hours of the best podcast on the land. 4 years of Trump, and you are watching the best podcast about political discourse on YouTube. Double tap, hit the like button. Double tap, hit the like button. Double tap and hit the like. I said 11 months. Think about the productivity of this president. You went from Brandon, let's go, Brandon, let's go to sleep. Let's go, Brandon, let's go to sleep. You went from a sleepy administration, an administration who didn't know how to take accountability, an administration who couldn't even say whether or not I'm the border czar. Am I the border czar? Am I not the border czar? Am I black or am I not black? Am I asleep? Do I have cognitive decline or do I not have cognitive decline? Am I running for president or am I not running for president? Do you understand? That was the past administration. Now you have an administration where the president is working every day, all day, and you don't like it. Why? He's prosecuting people over here. We're prosecuting people over there. We got ICE cleaning up Memphis. Memphis is clean. Memphis is clean. Can I get a Memphis is clean in the chat? Can we get a Memphis? Memphis is clean. Washington, D.C. safe zone. And ICE is back. ICE, baby. Everybody in the chat right now. ICE, baby. ICE is back. ICE, baby. That's why number one topic today is sedition. Oh, yeah, Donald Trump wants to prosecute 6 Democrats for sedition. You know why? Because ICE, baby. Get your Trump hands. I need everybody watching me right now. Get your Trump hands and sing along with me. ICE, baby. Too cold, it's like ice, baby. Just go back home. Everybody, ice, baby. Too cold, it's like ice, baby. Just go back home. Woo, ice, baby. Too cold, it's like ice, baby. MAGA said, go back home. Charlotte on ice. Charlotte on ice. We're going to talk about it. Charlotte on ice. This is what I voted for, and it's twice as nice. This is what I voted for, and it's twice as nice. Yes, it is, baby. Yes, it is, baby. We cleaned up Memphis. We cleaned up Washington, D.C. We cleaning up Chicago. We cleaning up LA. We cleaning up Portland. All these Democratic enclaves. Do y'all remember Chad? Chaz, is it Chaz or Chad? Y'all remember liberal Democrats giving away a city? Do y'all remember liberal Democrats giving away a city and people died, children were hurt? You guys remember that? That's what they want. When they talk about, I'm a Marxist, I'm a socialist, remember Chaz? They had an opportunity. They gave them an opportunity. They had their own zone. They could police. Yesterday, somebody said, I played a video of a person who said the government is to give you food stamps. You know what's a great example of why that person was wrong? And I had to call her out on her idiocracy. It's because of Chaz. See, if the government was only there to give you food stamps, Chaz would have worked. You know why Chaz didn't work? You remember BLM, you remember the Democratic enclave where they just gave them freedom to do what they wanted. See, it didn't work because they didn't have government, right? They didn't have anybody governing. See, that government is the root word is to govern. See, governing. But see, if you don't graduate from high school, if you're not literate and you don't understand your own vocabulary that you speak every day, then you say idiotic things like the government is there to give you food stamps. But it's a lot deeper and complex. Look at Chaz. See, in Chaz, there was no municipalities, so people didn't have water. People didn't have power. People were burning wood. See what would happen with humans without governance and municipalities? You would be burning wood like they was in Chaz. But to maintain an energy grid, it's a magical thing. It's the greatest country in the world. To maintain a national energy grid. So when you plug in your toaster, you have energy. When you cut on your water faucet, you have water. That is what the government is for. It's called governance. They're called municipalities. This is why we collect taxes. This is why we collect taxes. This is why you have local supervisors to maintain and govern your municipalities, you know, like public transportation, so you can get to work, so you can get to water, get to energy, and make money to purchase water and energy and contribute. See, taxes are you're contributing to the ability to have water and power. The Democrats are telling you all the government is good for is to give you food stamps. Why don't they teach a civics lesson? Hey, Hakeem. Hey, how you doing, Hakeem? Why don't you teach a civics lesson? Hey, Jasmine Crockett. I'm going to play a great video for you for a lack of understanding why Democrats and Democrat followers have this ignorant idiocracy that thinks and doesn't understand what the purpose is of the United States government. You understand? They don't. Maybe some of you, this is the first time you're hearing what a municipality is. And now, those of you who now are learning, you should be pissed off about California burning down to smithereens. Because if you understand what the government job is, one job, Gavin Newsom, you had one job. It's not to go on late night with Jimmy Fallon, Gavin Newsom. You had one job, and that's to be the governor. The governor of California's job is governance of the municipalities, making sure there was water in the fire hydrants. Can we have a real talk this morning? Can we have a real talk this morning? I want to have a real honest discussion. See, they think the Democrat, liberal, socialists think the government is to give them food stamps. That's why California burnt down, because you don't know what to expect from Gavin Newsom. You don't know what to expect from your government and what the job of the governor is to manage municipalities. It was supposed to be water in the fire hydrants. I pay my taxes. Did you pay your tax? I pay my water bill. Did you? There was supposed to be water. And see, that's a failure. Can we have an honest discussion this morning? That is a failure That is a failure of government. See, but if you think they're supposed to give you food stamps and you're happy with food stamps, then you don't expect water in the fucking fire hydrant. You want food stamps. They give you fucking food stamps and you don't want water in the fucking fire hydrant. You don't understand the true purpose and meaning of government and the municipality. You just want a fucking free sandwich. It's perverted. The Democrats are purposely perverting the honest and true issue. No one is out here being honest what the government does. This is why we support Donald Trump. This is why we support MAGA, because every day Republicans are governing. Every day, see, Republicans are not complaining, bitching, and whining. Every day, Republicans are governing. You understand? The tariffs is policy. The tariffs are politics. The tariffs are to address a trade deficit. We are in a trade deficit. American wages have been stagnant for 15 years. The minimum wage is not only $7.25. It has been $7.25 for 15 fucking years. That is a lack of governing. That is a lack of governance. Obama failed you. Biden failed you. They passed no effective policy. The tariffs are policy. Double tap and hit the like button. Whether or not you agree with it, the hostages have been returned. We are discussing peace with Putin. We have signed a ceasefire in Israel and Gaza. It was a horrible conflict that started under the last administration. But Biden and Kamala was so caught up on the border and failures in Afghanistan, they never addressed Israel and Gaza. They never hosted Bibi at the White House. Since Trump has been in office only 11 months of his 4 years, can anybody tell me? I want to hear from a negative naysayer troll, how many times has Bibi been at the White House in efforts to get peace in Israel and Gaza? Never did this happen under Biden, but I want to know from a negative naysayer, how many times has Trump met with Bibi in an effort to get ceasefire and peace? I know the answer. Do you know where the ceasefire was signed? I know the answer. Do you know who created the ceasefire, the 21-point plan? I know the answer. Do you know the answer? See, this is governing. This is policy. This is getting shit done. The hostages are home. We have a 21-point plan that was signed in Egypt, that was created by the Saudis. Right now, Trump yesterday was in Saudi talking with the Saudi prince. Just yesterday, Trump was in Saudi talking with the Saudi royals about investments in jobs and manufacturing in America. Did you know the Saudi royals were intricately involved with the 21-point peace plan that was signed in Egypt? Did you know the 21-point peace plan was signed in Egypt? Did you know that? How much of this reality do you know? See, this morning, I need to talk to you about productivity. We need to have a discussion about super mega magnificent. We are talking about super mega magnificent 11 months. 11 months. Now, all you have to tout is a shutdown. Wait a minute. If we talk about the shutdown, we have to talk about the big, beautiful bill. But I want to get back. Man, women love the ears. Women love the ears. I don't know. And, you know, big ears, shout out to Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. A lot of women, like I got Will Smith on my page because I get the compliment about looking like Will Smith. And I get because of the ears, and women love the ears. The ears are a sign of intelligence. But since I was in elementary school, I get teased about the ears. Shout out to Terry. How you doing, Terry? I know, Terry. They just jealous. And women do love the ears. I don't know why, but women do love the ears. So we got some great news this morning. Y'all want to start in Charlotte. I've been talking about, let's stay with the politics, man. let's stay with the politics. So the reason why I went on my rant, shout out, double tap, hit the like button. Back at it like a crack at it, automatic like a fomatic, built from tragedy, made for static. It's your boy, Perfect Timing Podcast, back with the blast, in and out with a dash. 2025 won't last. We're going to get this done real fast. You are watching Top of the Morning Podcast. You are watching Top of the Mid-Morning Podcast with your boy Perfect of the Perfect Timing Podcast. I need you. I am requesting and asking everybody tuning in right now, do this to your cell phone. Boop, 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 boop. Double tap your cell phone screen right now. That's how you like. On the top right-hand corner, you got 3 dots. We call those an ellipsis. Hit that ellipsis, and you can hit the like button. On your down or your left-hand side of downward facing chevron, hit that downward facing chevron. It will allow you to hit the emoji, the like button. Like, share, and subscribe. When you subscribe, you're going to get a plus sign to join my channel. Join and support MAGA conservatism. Have the best and most intelligent conversation about politics every day around 11 a.m. Join the channel. Support the channel. Today, we are talking about Donald Trump calling for the prosecution. Shout out to Pam Bondi. Oh, I love Pam Bondi. Why is there so many competent, intelligent women on this administration? Everywhere you look, there's competent, intelligent women on this administration. And I'm just so proud of Trump and everything. Real good, man. Real good. We in Northern California, man. We in Northern California, so everything is good, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, man, Trump today, I mean, we started off talking about the miseducation of the Democrat. Can I get that in the chat right now? We started off talking about the miseducation of the Democrat. Now, why did I go into the miseducation of the Democrat? I went into, hey, shout out to the quarter zip trend. Everybody see the quarter zip? I got my quarter zip on. I got my tee. I got my glasses. Very demure. Shout out to the quarter zip gang. Quarter zip. Everybody got their quarter zip for the wintertime. I love the quarter zip trend. I got my quarter zip on right now. I got my Ferragamo glasses. I got my herbal tea. Very demure. Very demure. Everybody cheers. Cheers this morning. Yeah, man. Very demure, man. Very demure, man. We got our quarter zip on. We got our nice spectacle Ferragamos. Yeah, man. We got our herbal tea, and we talking politics. How you like me now? How you like me now? How you like me now? I said I got my quarter zip, I got my Ferragamo spectacles, herbal tea, and we discussing politics. We're not talking about hip hop. There's no hip hop here. There's no music. There's no entertainment. We're not talking about hip hop here. We ain't talking about big booties here. We are wearing our quarter zip. We are drinking our herbal tea, and we're discussing geopolitics. I feel so good this morning. I feel so good. Run and tell somebody. That's why you got to like it. Double tap, hit the like button. I feel so good this morning, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing no hip hop, man. We're not doing no hip hop, man. This ain't hip hop. This geopolitics, man. No hip hop over here, man. Yes, my skin is this color. But no, I'm not a Democrat, and we're not discussing hip hop. That might be jarring for some of you. Some of you have a hard time computing the fact that I'm not a Democrat, and I am not talking about hip hop. No, man, we're talking about tariffs, taxes, and politics. That's what we're talking about this morning. Let's get it going. Now, specifically this morning, Donald Trump is doing, Terry, how you doing? Donald Trump is again doing a great job of calling out the miseducation of the Democrats, doing a great job of calling out the miseducation. Why do we have these protests over ICE? I can't wait to get to Charlotte. Why do we have these protests over ICE? It is because of we build here. We build on stories to give you knowledge so you can make the proper decision and be informed as American citizens and as an electorate. Let's get into today's news. Trump demands arrest of Trump demands arrest and execution of 6 Democrat lawmakers over military video. Did you guys hear about this? Double tap, hit the like button. Everybody right now, let us get into the algorithm. It's so very important. Everybody watching right now, do me one favor, hit the like button. Trump demands arrest and execution of 6 Democrat lawmakers over military video. The 90-second video featuring Senator Elise Slotkin, Senator Mark Kelly, and Reps Jason Crow, Chris DeLuza, Maggie Goodlander. Write these names down. Write these names down. I'm telling you, giving you just the facts this morning. And Chrissy Houlihan. It echoes U.S. military rules under the Uniform Code of Military Justice, requiring service members to disobey unlawful commands. Trump named them traitors. Trump named them traitors. Trump named them traitors on Truth Social and reposted calls to hang them. He said he called to hang them, sparking outrage from Democrats like Governor Gavin Newsom. Sit down, Gavin. Get me water in my fire hydrant. I don't want to hear nothing from Gavin Newsom till we got water in that reservoir and you build them houses back, boy. Senator John Fetterman, while conservatives describe the video as undermining the chain of command, legal experts say the lawmaker's message is protected speech, not sedition. What do you think? Donald Trump on Truth Social said, seditious behavior punishable by death. That's Donald Trump. That's Donald Trump right now. Did you guys see the video? Chris Murphy, the president of the United States, just called for Democrat members of Congress to be executed. Hang them, he posted. That's what he said. That's what George Washington would do. Seditious behavior punishable by death. Did you guys see the video? Let's go to Donald Trump. Y'all want to see the video first or go to the Truth Social? Let's see the video first. Let's see the video first, and then we'll go to Truth Social. How about that? We'll go
Representative Crystal.
Let's watch the video. 6 Democrats today. It's called seditious behavior. Double tap and hit the like button. Do I need to go to the Google and read you the definition of sedition? Maybe I do. Maybe we will. Let's go to the video. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Double tap, hit the like button. If you want me to read your comment, put it in the super chat. Double tap, hit the like button, put it in the super chat.
I'm Senator Elisa Slotkin.
Senator Mark Kelly.
Representative Chris DeLuzio.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander.
Representative Chrissy Houlihan.
Congressman Jason Crow. I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy.
Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
Former Air Force.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
And the intelligence community.
who take risks each day.
Keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military
And intelligence community professionals.
Against American citizens.
like us. You all swore an oath.
To protect and defend this Constitution.
Right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad,
But from right here at home. Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
This is the video. What do you guys think right now? That is what is happening in America. That's our number one story. We got a lot of story. Tell me right now what y'all think in the chat. Right now, 6 Democratic senators Donald Trump is calling on Pam Bondi to prosecute 6 Democratic senators for the video we just watched. Under Donald Trump's definition, he's the president right now. This is a MAGA conservative channel right now. Double tap, hit the like button. Trump demands arrest and execution of 6 Democratic lawmakers over military video we just watched. The 90-second video featured Senator, let these names be echoed, echoed Senator Elisa Slocum, Senator Mark Kelly, and Reps Jason Crow, Chris DeLuza, Maggie Goodlander, and Chrissy Houlihan. It echoes U.S. military rules under the Uniform Code of Military Justice. That's so disgusting. All of them claim to be military background. I have a problem with that. I want regular people in my Congress and Senate. I don't want everybody to have a military background and be from a certain class, because then everybody's not being represented. But everybody happened to be military background. Trump named them traitors on Truth Social and reposted calls to hang them, sparking outrage from Democrats like Governor Gavin Newsom. Governor Gavin Newsom, get me my water, please. And Senator John Fetterman, wow, conservatives describe the video as undermining the chain of command. What do you guys think? Are they undermining the chain of command? I think they're undermining the chain of command. Let's read Donald Trump, Truth Social. This is Donald Trump's rebuttal to that video. It's called seditious behavior at the highest level. Each one of these traitors to our country should be arrested and put on trial. Their words cannot be allowed to stand. We won't have a country anymore. An example must be set. President Donald Trump, Truth Social. Right now, that's the message from Donald Trump this morning. That is Donald Trump's reply to this video. What do y'all think this morning of our president? Here it is, Truth Social. It's called seditious behavior at the highest level. We got senators, Congress people. These individuals claim to be ex-CIA, ex-Navy, ex-military, and they are telling our military to stand down. I said we have Senate Democrats are trying to turn this country into a socialist, Marxist, communist country. I don't like it. What do you got to say this morning? Double tap, hit the like button. This is the rebuttal from our president. It's called seditious behavior at the highest level. Each one of these traitors to our country should be arrested, put on trial. The words cannot be allowed to stand. We will not have a country anymore. I agree with the president. It's going too far. The propaganda, the South Park agenda of the Democratic Party has gone too far. This started in Chicago. This started with Governor Pritzker telling the people in Chicago. Then it manifested in Portland with Democratic leaders like Gavin Newsom telling people in Los Angeles to push back. The problem with telling citizens to push back in Los Angeles and Portland is that they're pushing back on federal agents that have been sworn to uphold the federal Constitution and have federal orders to do their job. You are creating civil war in the American streets. You got your check. You know what's so disgusting and sinister about the Democrats? These 6 Democrats won't feel any pain. They want you to feel pain. When the government was shut down for 40 days, do you know every Democrat got their paycheck? I didn't see one Democrat forego their paycheck. I didn't see a group of Democrats come on Capitol Hill and say, I refuse to take payment. If the federal employees don't get paid, if the soldiers don't get paid, then I don't want to get paid. Not one politician refused a paycheck. I can't make up these facts. Not one politician. You say the Democrats are so great, right? These 6 individuals are not in the Portland streets with you. They're not Gavin Newsom is not in the Los Angeles streets. Gavin Newsom is a multimillionaire who will get a tax break from the big, beautiful bill. But these millionaire Democrat elites are telling you, everyday citizens, to sacrifice your freedom, your rights in the American streets. Not them, though. They didn't even sacrifice one day. The Democratic Party, who now admits the shutdown was their design by being upset with Democrats who voted to open the government. There is no more debate who caused the shutdown. Jasmine Crockett, AOC, they admit who caused the shutdown. Jasmine Crockett, AOC, admitted that the shutdown was a Democratic tactic, and they are upset at Chuck Schumer, and they want to fire Chuck Schumer for not being able to hold the caucus and keep the government shut down. This is the honest truth of the Democratic Party. They wanted the government shut down. They never missed a paycheck. Jasmine Crockett, this morning, I have video of Jasmine Crockett with a weave, $1,000 weave down to her black ass. Last week, she had a different hairdo. I said Jasmine Crockett could have bought food for her constituents with that $1,000 weave. Every day of the shutdown, Jasmine Crockett had $1,000 weave, nails, hair, and makeup. Not one day did your Democratic royalty say, I'm not going to get my hair done. I'm not going to get my nails done. I'm not going to take a paycheck. Why, Jasmine Crockett? Because military wives can't get their hair done because of the shutdown. Military wives can't get their nails done because of the shutdown. No. Your royalty, your queen, Jasmine Crockett, she was looking fierce every day of the 43-day shutdown. Did y'all know what Jasmine Crockett did today? Do y'all know it? No. Yesterday, what are you watching right now? Double tap, hit the like button. You watching the greatest podcast in the land. Do you know the Jeffrey Epstein files have been released? Did you guys know the Jeffrey Epstein files have been released? I said, did you know the Jeffrey Epstein files are released? I want to have a conversation. We did the birthday book. I read the birthday book with President Bill Clinton in Jeffrey Epstein's birthday book saying happy 50th birthday. Do you know what happened? Have you been paying attention to my channel in the news? Double tap and hit the like button. Double tap and hit the like button. It started with a bill early Monday morning that was created by the House Oversight Committee. Well, I need some moderators. It started with a bill from the House Oversight Committee, and the bill was passed unanimously by the House. This is so important to the big shutdown so people understand the branches of government and how things work. Why are we getting the Epstein files? Because a law was signed into law by Donald Trump. But it started with a bill from the House Oversight Committee on Monday, passing over 400 Congress women and men voted to pass the Jeffrey Epstein. It went on to the Senate. The Senate passed it. Now, what we were waiting for was Donald Trump, and Donald Trump promised to sign it into law. And what did I teach you yesterday? I said, we are a country of laws. I said, we are a country of laws. I said, we are not a country of musicians. There is no magical evil white man waving a magic wand. They got you watching The Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz 1, 2, and 3. No, we are a country of laws. The Jeffrey Epstein files will be released because the Congress created a bill. The Senate approved that bill, and then the president signed it into law. This mandates, because the people run this country. The framers designed America for the citizen, me and you. We run the country. So we wanted the Epstein files released. Do you know the process of how that gets done? Where Pam Bondi or the president or no one can stand in the way. You have to create a bill. That bill must be signed into law, and everybody has to follow the law, even the president. Everybody has to follow the law. Now, let's listen. In a major bipartisan move, the Senate unanimously passed, listen, so you know the facts when you go to your favorite barbershop. Epstein files released. In a major bipartisan move, the Senate unanimously passed H.R. 4405 on November 18th, sending the bill to President Trump, who has pledged to sign it. The legislation compels Justice Department to release its files on Jeffrey Epstein, the convicted offender who died in 2019. Hold on. Jeffrey Epstein donated money to Hakeem Jeffries. Let's see. President Trump signed H.R. 4405, the Epstein Transparency Act. Put that in the chat right now. I just need y'all to understand what's going on right now. President Trump signed it into law. Did you guys know that? Because a lot of people saying release the Epstein file, don't even know what's going on. Release the Epstein file, release the Epstein file. Release the Epstein file. What? Jeffries is sweating. Hakeem taking money. Hakeem, listen to this. President Trump signed H.R. 4405, the Epstein Files Transparency Act, into law late yesterday. Double tap, hit the like button. November 19, 2025. After months of resistance from his admin, the bipartisan bill mandates Attorney General, did you hear what I said? It mandates Attorney General Pam Bondi, because it's a law now, to release all unclassified DOJ files on Jeffrey Epstein within 30 days, potentially by mid-December. Initially, it was going to be 90 days. Now we got mid-December date, and you know we're going to talk about it here. President Trump, everybody double tap, hit the like button. President Trump signed H.R. 4405, the Epstein Files Transparency Act, into law late yesterday after months of resistance from his admin. The bipartisan bill mandates Attorney General Pam Bondi to release all classified DOJ files on Jeffrey Epstein within 30 days, potentially by mid-December. Trump framed it as a win for transparency, claiming Democrats have nothing to hide and using it to slam their old Epstein ties. Republicans have nothing to hide and using it to slam their old Epstein ties. The DNC retained $32,000 from Epstein donations. That's one of the first things that we had learned yesterday. Hakeem Jeffries solicited money from Jeffrey Epstein, called him on the phone, sent them an email. We read the letter here. Hakeem Jeffries suggested that he come to dinner with him and President Obama. Jeffrey Epstein was rubbing shoulders with high-profile Democrats like Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries and your president and your king of Wakanda, Barack Obama. And this is after his conviction. Critics, including ex-prosecutors, say his initial opposition suggests he's hiding something awful. Hakeem Jeffries, Bill Clinton, I think they're hiding something awful. First batches could drop soon. The first batches could drop soon. Now, the sedition firestorm. Trump demands death penalty for Democrats. In a true social tirade this morning, Trump accused 6 Democrats, including Reps Slocum, Castro, and Del Bean, of seditious behavior, punishable by death, for a viral video urging U.S. troops to refuse illegal orders amid transaction fears. He called it a military coup. The plot demanded trials, reposting articles labeling them traitors. Okay? White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt walked it back. Trump does not want to execute members of Congress. He is just defining sedition under the U.S. law. This is section 182381. You can look it up to death for aiding enemies. Speaker Mike Johnson defended it as an accurate legal definition. Dems like Senator Chris Murphy fired back with the F-bomb on CNN. Pick a fucking side. This is from a senator, Chris Murphy said, pick a fucking side. MAGA, a Democratic senator, he don't like what Trump is doing. I love it. This is what I voted for. MAGA cheering, hang the traitors, while libs call for fascist threats. Oh man, it's going down today on X. It is going down today on X, baby. Sedition at the highest form. Trump demands arrest. Jasmine Crockett is up to her old antics, making mistakes again. Now, when I talk about Jeffrey Epstein files being released, one of the first things we learned was all of the donations Jeffrey Epstein gave to the Democrats. Do you guys remember all the donations? We went over it yesterday. Y'all want to take a let's go over the donations. Jeffrey Epstein, donations to the Democrats like Hakeem Jeffries, right? Hakeem Jeffries soliciting money. These are all the prominent Democrats who receive money, the amount of money, and the date and time they receive money from Jeff. Oh, wow. John Kerry, presidential campaign. You guys remember Stacey Plaskett, the one who was talking to Jeffrey Epstein. She should be in jail right now. Prosecute Stacey Plaskett. Bill Richardson, Chris Dodd, other Democrats, Bill Richardson. Look at this. From 1999 to 2003, Chris Dodd. Bill Richardson, 2006. Stacey, 2016. Wait a minute, that's after his conviction. You were taking money from Jeffrey Epstein after he was a convicted sex offender? Naughty, naughty Stacey. John Kerry was friends with Jeffrey Epstein over 20 years. Look at that. John Kerry, 1991 to 2004. John Kerry, presidential candidate and senator. Jeffrey Epstein knew him and donated to him over 15 years. Bill Clinton, 1992 to 2006. Wow, Bill Clinton, 25,000 plus 2,000. But with me, it's the length of time that Jeffrey Epstein was donating to Bill Clinton from 92 to 2006. That's a long time, Bill Clinton, for you to have this transactional relationship with someone like Jeffrey Epstein. Chuck Schumer, $22,000. Chuck Schumer, your minority leader of the Senate. So I showed this information, right? We showed this information yesterday, and Democrats got upset. I showed this information yesterday, and the Democrats couldn't handle it. So Jasmine Crockett decided to rebut me. You guys want to know what Jasmine Crockett said in the magical faux pas that she granted us to make great podcast fodder? We want to say thank you to you, Jasmine Crockett, for being the local Democratic dum-dum and giving us great fodder for our podcast. Double tap, hit the like button, because Jasmine Crockett, we can't make up news about you. That would be wrong. That would be wrong. We have to read the facts. So yesterday we talked about Hakeem Jeffries, Bill Clinton. I read to you the list. Thousands of dollars to the DNC in a lengthy relationship with the Democrats over 20 years, from the early 90s to 2006. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Jeffrey Epstein wasn't about sex. It wasn't about the island. Jeffrey Epstein was more like a mafioso boss who had a lot of politicians in his back pocket. Jeffrey Epstein was not a honeypot scandal. They lied to you. Jeffrey Epstein, over 20 years, had Democrat, high-level, high-profile Democrat leaders, from the president to senators to Senate leaders, in his back pocket from donations. And we all know how the Democrats move on donations. Nancy Pelosi retiring. How many people heard that Nancy Pelosi is going to retire? I argue Nancy Pelosi is retiring because of our reporting on how much money Nancy Pelosi is worth now versus how much money Nancy Pelosi. Deborah Carr, salute to you, Deborah Carr. Thank you for coming in. Nancy Pelosi was worth $3 million when she started as a congresswoman. Nancy Pelosi will retire this year worth $400 million. And Nancy Pelosi will get a huge tax break from the big, beautiful bill. So we told you about the Democrats' long relationship with Jeffrey Epstein from the early 90s, the whole decade of the 90s, 1992, all the way up to the Barack Obama presidency, and Barack Obama let Jeffrey Epstein out early. So from 1992 to 2006, we're talking nearly 20 years of him donating tons of money to high-profile Democrats and having influence in Democratic politics at the highest level. He donated to the DNC so much money. Do you know what the DNC is? He donated so much money to the DNC that today in 2025, they still have $32,000 of Jeffrey Epstein dirty, filthy money. For those of you who don't understand, he donated so much money to the Democratic Party. He had so much influence. Right now, they still have $32,000 of dirty Epstein dollars. You can't make it up. But Jasmine Crockett, wait a minute. Rep. Jasmine Crockett faces backlash for linking Republicans to the wrong Jeffrey Epstein donations. You can't make this up. So when I said Jeffrey Epstein had a 20-year relationship, a 20-year transactional relationship, Jasmine Crockett rebutted. Jasmine Crockett said, well, the Republicans did too, but she made a mistake. On November 18th, Crockett cited FEC records showing donations to figures like Lee Zeldin, Mitt Romney, from a Dr. Jeffrey Epstein, a New York physician. Oh my God, Jasmine, what a mistake. A New York physician, not the famous Jeffrey Epstein who was convicted of that crime. No, the Republicans received money from a Dr. Jeffrey Epstein, a New York physician, not the late sex offender who died in 2019. Zeldin shared the FEC filing noting the doctor's post 2019 contributions, while Meghan McCain rejected any link to her late father. Crockett later told CNN her phrasing was deliberate amid rushed 20-minute search as the House advanced a petition to release more docs. She didn't even apologize. She didn't even apologize. Jasmine Crockett blamed Republicans, including the late McCain. How disrespectful. How disrespectful. And she was wrong. It is hilarious. Do y'all understand what I'm reading this morning? Let me read this shit again, man. Jasmine Crockett, man. Representative Jasmine Crockett claimed backfires. Texas Democrat Jasmine Crockett walked back the House floor claim yesterday that Republicans took money from Jeffrey Epstein. She had to walk it back, ladies and gentlemen. Walk it back like an 8-legged crab. Walk it back like an 8-legged crab. Jasmine Crockett doing the crab walk. Walk it back. We walk it back. Walk it back, Jasmine Crockett. Texas Democrat Jasmine Crockett. See, Stephen A. Smith. Can we get a Stephen A. Smith in the chat? Stephen A. Smith, you were right about Jasmine Crockett. And it wasn't fair how they attacked you. To my brother, Charlie Kirk, to my late brother, Charlie Kirk, you were right about Jasmine Crockett. You were right about Jasmine Crockett being an idiot. Stephen A. Smith, you were right about Jasmine Crockett being an idiot and a willing participant in the idiocracy. You totally were right. And they owe you an apology, Stephen A. Smith. All those people who got upset at you when you called out Jasmine Crockett for her beautiful hair and not knowing shit about shit, they owe you an apology, Stephen. She keeps making these political fumbles. Texas Democrat Jasmine Crockett walked back a House floor claim yesterday that Republicans took money from Jeffrey Epstein, specifically naming Trump, Ali Lee Zeldin, and DOJ nominee Todd Blanche. FEC records show no such GOP donations. This is so, you can't make this up. So the facts are this: 20-year relationship with the Dems, including high-level presidents, senators, Senate leaders, the DNC, the Senate Congress, high-level transactional. Jeffrey Epstein held a high-level transactional relationship with the Dems over 20 years, from the early 90s to the mid-2000s. The Democrats needed to be able to point to Republicans. Jasmine Crockett she was sure that the Republicans took money too. Your Republicans never took money. I'm going to read it again. The Republicans took no money. Texas Democrat Jasmine Crockett walked back on the floor that Republicans took money from Jeffrey Epstein. We didn't take money. She had to walk it back. Federal records show no such GOP donations. FEC records show no such GOP donations. Crockett admitted it was a mix-up. Crockett admitted it was a mix-up. No GOP donations. Jeffrey Epstein, release the files. Yes, we want the files released because we have nothing to hide. And we want everyone to know. We want everyone to know about the Democratic failure.
Jeffrey Epstein, but I never said that it was specifically that Jeffrey Epstein. That I was clear that it was a Jeffrey Epstein, but I never said that it was specifically that Jeffrey Epstein.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding? That is her excuse. Let's find the original video. That is her excuse. Did you guys see that? I'm going to play it again. I want to find the original video. That is her excuse. I said it was an Epstein. I didn't say it was that. This is not a child. This is not school. This is the Congress. This is America. She should be fired. Go back to elementary if that's your elementary thought process. Original video of Jasmine claiming the Republicans took money. The Republicans took Epstein money. We're getting Epstein money. We're getting Epstein money. The Democrats getting Epstein money. Hakeem getting Epstein money. Yeah, man. We're getting Epstein money. We're getting Epstein money. Let me see what I can find for y'all, man. We getting Epstein money. We getting Epstein money. We getting Epstein money. Hakeem Jeffries, Barack Obama, Bill Clinton. We getting Epstein money. We getting Epstein money.
That were very fine people on both sides. You had people in that group, excuse me, I saw the same picture.
Come on, man. We trying to get to the clip of Jasmine Crockett. Grope, what you doing to me? I want the Jasmine Crockett clip, man. What is this? This is not the clip. Come on, Grope. Come on, Grope, what you doing? Come on, man. I need a good link for my people. Double tap CNN News, Roasted Jeffries. Can I get a link? Can I get a refill? Can I get a refill?
Using that line, you're going to pull that back?
I'm about to get to it because I saw y'all.
No one.
No, I said, no.
I'm going to reclaim my time. Since you said we weren't friends, I'm going to reclaim my time.
The time belongs to the gentleman.
I got a real hard time with the Democrats saying that this is a noble cause when y'all weren't calling on Joe Biden's Justice Department to release the files. You're all a bunch of hypocrites to say this is a noble cause because none of you did anything about it.
Number two.
She's in appeal now. So
Okay,
using that to pull that back.
I'm about to get to it because I saw y'all.
No one.
No, I said, no.
I'm going to reclaim my time. Since you said we weren't friends, I'm going to reclaim my time.
The time belongs to the gentleman.
I got a real hard time with the Democrats saying that this is a noble cause when y'all weren't calling on Joe Biden's Justice Department to release the files. You're all a bunch of hypocrites to say this is a noble cause because none of you did anything about it.
Number two.
She's in appeal now. So using that line, you're going to pull that back?
I'm about to.
What y'all think? Horrible job. Doing a horrible job. I'm going to find a link. Don't worry, I'm going to find a link, man. They playing with us, but I'm going to find a link. I'm going to find a link. We need to get this link. X, don't play with us, man. Come on, man. I need somebody give me the link in the chat. I need a link of Jasmine saying take money from Epstein money. They taking Epstein money. Double tap, hit the like button. Everybody watching right now. Double tap, hit the like button. Double tap, hit the like button. You're watching the Perfect Timing Podcast, man. Double tap, hit the like button. Double tap, hit the like button. Everybody, double tap, hit the like button.
A Jeffrey Epstein. Here's what you said.
Gotcha. We got you. We got you, Jasmine. Whoa, Jasmine. Whoa, that tiger. Hey, wait a minute. Can we talk about this hair? Can we talk about this hair? Can we talk about this here? I want everybody, somebody put up a video yesterday where they only got $16 in food stamps. How much did this fake hair cost Jasmine Crockett? Look at all this shit on her head. It's up, all this fake shit up here, and it come all the way down. This is thousands of dollars of Hindu yaki. This is $1,000. This is about 50 inches of Hindu yaki weave, and you didn't get your food stamps. This is what Jasmine Crockett did with her paycheck. This is your favorite leader right here on TV with $1,000 weave. Look at all this makeup. This $1,000 makeup, $1,000 outfit. Oh my God, to be a Democrat. Look at how she look. She looking at Jasmine Crockett with all of this shit on her head. You could have wore a hat before you put this shit on your head. This ain't her hair, everybody. Jasmine Crockett don't got no hair like Rapunzel. Rapunzel, let down your hair. That is not her hair. That is not. She bought this with your food stamp money. She bought all this shit right here with your food stamp money. Did you guys know where I know the old man want to know, where my food stamp money? This is where your food stamp EBT shut down the government for 40 days. Why, Jasmine? Because I need my hair did. I need my hair did.
You talked about Republicans taking money from a Jeffrey Epstein. Here's what you said.
She looked upset.
Who also took money from somebody named Jeffrey Epstein, as I had my team dig in very.
Look at this shit on her head. What the hell is this shit? How much money was spent on this? Look. Oh my, look, you can't make this shit up. She's supposed to be at work. This is why Pete Hegseth changed the rules for hair in the military. This is what y'all want in the military. Y'all mad at Pete Hegseth, but you must want this in the military.
Who also took money from somebody named Jeffrey Epstein, as I had my team dig in very quickly. Mitt Romney, the NRCC, Lee Zeldin, George Bush, Win Red, McCain Palin, Rick Lazio.
You mentioned Lee Zeldin there. He's now a cabinet secretary. He responded and said it was actually Dr. Jeffrey Epstein, who's a doctor that doesn't have any relation to the convicted sex trafficker. Unfortunate for that doctor, but that is who donated to a prior campaign of his. Do you want to correct the record on the people that?
Listen, I never said that it was that Jeffrey Epstein. Just so that people understand, when you make a donation, your picture is not there. And because they decided to spring this on us in real time, I wanted the Republicans to think about what could potentially happen, because I knew that they didn't even try to go through the FEC. So my team, what they did is they Googled, and that is specifically why I said a Jeffrey Epstein. Unlike Republicans, I at least don't go out and just tell lies. Because it was not the same one, that's fine. But when we...
What? You don't tell... What the hell? What the...
That's what you said.
Who also took money from somebody named Jeffrey Epstein, as I had my team dig in very quickly. Mitt Romney, the NRCC, Lee Zeldin, George Bush, Win Red, McCain Palin, Rick Lazio.
You mentioned Lee Zeldin there. He's now a cabinet secretary. He responded and said it was actually Dr. Jeffrey Epstein, who's a doctor that doesn't have any relation to.
Let's read it, because the liberal media don't want us to get the full scope of the discussion. Can we get the full scope of the discussion? Let's read it. So this is a response to Jasmine Crockett's faux pas. Yes, Jasmine, a physician named Dr. Epstein, who is a totally different person than the other. Right? Donated to prior campaign of mine. No freaking relation, you genius. I love it. You can't make this up. No freaking relation, Eugene. MAGA in the chat, MAGA in the chat, MAGA in the chat. No freaking relation, you genius. For everybody who think I am being cruel, there are people who are watching right now who think I am being cruel. I am not being cruel. I'm being nice. I didn't say that. I'm being nice. Oh my God, you genius. You genius. You genius. Yes, Crockett, a physician named Dr. Jeffrey Epstein, who is a totally different person than the other Jeffrey Epstein, donated to a prior campaign of mine. Everybody together in the chat. No freaking relation. Eugene.
To the convicted sex trafficker. Unfortunate for that doctor, but that is who donated to a prior campaign of his. Do you want to correct the record on the people that you...
Listen, I never said that it was that Jeffrey Epstein, just so that people understand when you make a donation, your picture is not there. And because they decided to spring this on us...
I know what it was, y'all. I know what it was. This is what it was. She said she didn't... See, look. This is what's blocking her cognitive ability. Do y'all understand? This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs right here. This is your brain, and this is your brain on weave. This is your brain, and this is your brain on weave. So what she is saying is her cognitive ability, like a superhero. Look at the Wonder Woman team behind her, right? It looked like a Spider-Man multiverse. Is that plastic? Is that plastic? Is that Stacy Plastic? You can't make this shit up. Is that Stacy fucking Plastic? Oh my fucking shit. Wait a minute. The reason Jasmine Crockett made this mistake is because her frontal lobe was blocked by 35 inches of weave. Hindu, Sikh, Yaqui, 50. And look, it go 1 level, 2 level, 3 level, all the way down. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. This is why she could not understand that it was a totally different. We understand, Jasmine. Now we get it. Look. There you go. There you go. There you go. Look at that. Oh my God. Oh, look at, what is this shit? What is this shit? Right, this is hair. It's not her hair, but it is hair. In case you can't, because you're wearing black. This is hair that she bought with your EBT. And that is why she was not able to see it was the wrong Jeffrey.
Now, have I dug in to find out who this doctor is? I have not. So I will trust and take what he said.
Wait. No. She just admitted, have I looked to see? Yeah, she gorgeous, bro. I can't hate. You saw that? Did you see? I didn't want to say, God damn it. Why you talking? Oh, man, SoCal. Shut up, SoCal. SoCal, you ain't shit, SoCal. I see that pink mouth. Did you see that pink mouth? Oh, shit, SoCal. Shut up, bro. Bro, this is a MAGA channel, bro. What are you doing to me, bro? I saw it. I didn't even mean to put it right there. That's how gorgeous she is. You know, somebody is gorgeous. When you're watching the video and you catch them off the cuff, they don't even know. And that's how she looked with me just pausing the video. Yes, she's gorgeous. That's why she has the job. God, dog, bro. Pay attention, man. You distracted me. I'm trying my hardest. I saw it. I clicked on when she had her mouth. She was like this. And it was, I ignored it. Why didn't you ignore it? Ignore it, brother. Focus, man. Use your superpowers, man. Use your superpowers, man.
Jeffrey Epstein. He admitted that he did receive donations from a Jeffrey Epstein, so at least I wasn't trying to mislead people. Now, have I dug in to find out who this doctor is? I have not. So I will trust and take what he says, is that it wasn't that Jeffrey Epstein, but I was not attempting to mislead anybody. I literally had maybe 20 minutes before I had to do that debate.
Yeah, but people might see that and say, well, you're trying to make it sound like he took money from
I did not know.
A registered sex offender.
No, but I literally did not know.
Then why did you speak? Oh my God, and she's a proudly ignorant. What do you call somebody who's proud, defiantly ignorant? I need to know in the chat, what do you call someone who is proudly and defiantly ignorant? She said she did not know, but she went on the House floor. And there has been discussion. There has been discussion lately about certain individuals on social media and the ability for those individuals to talk about topics like politics and medicine and things like that. And there are certain black women with a PhD who want people like me to have a degree before I get to speak on YouTube, even though we live in a country of a free law and I have freedom of speech. Black women want to shut me up. So the black women with a PhD, the black women with fake hair like Jasmine Crockett want me to qualify before I get to speak. But she did not. She put on a whole person's another head on her head, and she is a congresswoman, and she just admitted to the American people that she went on the Congress floor, the House floor. You should be pissed off. There is something important. The House means something. The Congress means something. Our branches of government, it means everything to people like me. It means everything to MAGA, the House, the Bill of Rights, the Senate, the branches, the things I teach you and talk to you about every day. It means everything to someone like me. I would never go on the House floor after duly elected and I've been sworn in. I have a sworn duty. Is anybody listening to the real shit? I would never go on the House floor after being duly elected and sworn in to do a job and speak without doing the research. And then don't even apologize. You assassinate character and you don't even apologize, and you admit. You proudly, ignorantly, defiantly admit your ignorance, and you say on national TV, I didn't know. So you were speaking as a congresswoman on the House floor ignorantly, proudly ignorantly. You get fired. You get fired for shit like that. You get fired for shit like that. She should not be elevated in politics. Stephen A. Smith, you were right. Somebody email a clip of this to Stephen A. Smith and tell Stephen you were right. Oh, you were right, Stephen A. Smith. She got on the House. Okay, everybody, let's have a real talk. Forget all the bullshit. With Stephen A. Smith, because Stephen A. Smith has political designs, would you allow Stephen A. Smith this type of mistake? Would you allow Stephen A. Smith this type of mistake where Stephen A. Smith, after being a sports commentator, gets elected to the House, and then he goes on the House floor and says something so boldly, brashly ignorant, and then he admits on television, well, I didn't research what I said before I said it. People would say, Stephen, you're not on SportsCenter anymore. Stephen, you're a congressman. Stephen, America is serious. Take the Constitution serious. Take your job serious. Stephen, you can't do that, Stephen, take it serious. Why did you become a congressperson if you're not going to do the Stephen, would you allow Stephen A. Smith this mistake? I don't think you would. I do not think you would. I do not think you would. What are we talking about today? We are talking about Jasmine Crockett making the hugest mistake of politics in 2025. Jasmine Crockett making the biggest mistake in politics in 2025. Jasmine Crockett said that Republicans were taking money for Jeffrey Epstein, and she did not do her research, and now she is the most embarrassed politician in America.
About Republicans taking money from a Jeffrey Epstein. Here's what you said.
Who also took money from somebody named Jeffrey Epstein, as I had my team dig in very quickly. Mitt Romney, the NRCC, Lee Zeldin, George Bush, Win Red, McCain Palin, Rick Lazio.
You mentioned Lee Zeldin there. He's now a cabinet secretary. He responded and said it was actually Dr. Jeffrey Epstein, who's a doctor that doesn't have any relation to the convicted sex trafficker. Unfortunate for that doctor, but that is who donated to a prior campaign of his. Do you want to correct the record on the people that?
Listen, I never said that it was that Jeffrey Epstein. Just so that people understand, when you make a donation, your picture is not there. And because they decided to spring this on us in real time, I wanted the Republicans to think about what could potentially happen, because I knew that they didn't even try to go through the FEC. So my team, what they did is they Googled, and that is specifically why I said a Jeffrey Epstein. Unlike Republicans, I at least don't go out and just tell lies, because it was.
Did she say a Jeffrey Epstein? Let's listen again.
Named Jeffrey Epstein, as I had my team.
She didn't say a Jeffrey Epstein. We just caught her in a lie, everybody. She did not say a Jeffrey Epstein. Listen.
Also took money from somebody named Jeffrey Epstein, as I.
She said also took money from somebody named Jeffrey Epstein. She did not say a Jeffrey Epstein. We just caught Jasmine Crockett in a lie, everybody.
Who also took money from somebody named Jeffrey Epstein, as I had my team.
That's what she said. She said also took money from somebody named.
Received donations from a Jeffrey Epstein. So at least I wasn't trying to miss.
Wait a minute. We just caught her in a lie.
At least don't go out and just tell lies. Bring this on us in real time. I wanted the Republicans to think about what could potentially happen, because I knew that they didn't even try to go through the FEC. So my team, what they did is they Googled, and that is specifically why I said a Jeffrey Epstein. Unlike Republicans.
We just caught her in a lie at 1 minute and 7 seconds. At 1 minute and 7 seconds, she said a Jeffrey Epstein. Did she say?
Who also took money from somebody named Jeffrey Epstein.
From somebody named Jeffrey Epstein. Jasmine Crockett, you got some explaining to do. Lucy, you have some explaining to do, Lucy. Lucy.
Specifically why I said a Jeffrey Epstein, unlike Republican.
Lucy, we got her. Got him.
I at least don't go out and just tell lies. Because it was not the same one, that's fine. But when Lee Zeldin had something to say, all he had to say was it was a different Jeffrey Epstein. He admitted that he did receive donations from a Jeffrey Epstein. So at least I wasn't trying to mislead people. Now, have I dug in to find out who this doctor is? I have not. So I will trust and take what he says, is that it wasn't that Jeffrey Epstein, but I was not attempting to mislead anybody. I literally had maybe 20 minutes before I had to do that debate.
Yeah, but people might see that and say, well, you're trying to make it sound like he took money from
I did not know.
A registered sex offender.
No, but I literally did not know. When you search FEC files, and that's what I had my team to do, I texted them and I said, listen, we're going up. They are saying that she took donations.
Right, but someone might say, well, your team should have done the homework to make sure it wasn't the convicted sex trafficker.
Within 20 minutes.
Your team should have did the homework. Thank you for asking her the hard questions. She just making excuses. She still haven't apologized, everybody. Your team should have did the homework. Come on.
Is that it wasn't that Jeffrey Epstein, but I was not attempting to mislead anybody. I literally had maybe 20 minutes before I had to do that debate.
Yeah, but people might see that and say, well, you're trying to make it sound like he took money from
I did not know.
A registered sex offender.
No, but I literally did not know. When you search FEC files, and that's what I had my team to do, I texted them and I said, listen, we're going up. They are saying that she took donations.
Right, but someone might say, well, your team should have done the homework to make sure it wasn't the convicted sex trafficker.
Within 20 minutes, you could not find that out, not from just doing a quick.
Then why did you speak? Then why did you say anything if you did not know and you could not find it out as a professional? You have a code of ethics, a sworn job. Why did you say anything, Jasmine?
Search on FEC. So, number one, I made sure that I was clear that it was a Jeffrey Epstein. But
you did not, what is that, 2 minutes and 10 seconds. You did not say a Jeffrey Epstein. We got you, girl. You said someone named Jeffrey Epstein. You did not say a person named Epstein.
Who also took money from somebody named Jeffrey.
From what? What did she say? What did she say? What did she say? Everybody in the chat. What did she say?
Who also took money from somebody named Jeffrey Epstein.
That's right. She lied. She got caught in a lie, ladies and gentlemen. She got caught in a lie.
Search on FEC. So, number one, I made sure that I was clear that it was a Jeffrey Epstein. But I never said that it was specifically that Jeffrey Epstein.
No, she did not, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for, we are the best podcast. Double tap, hit the like button. Everybody watching right now, we should have 1,000 likes. We should have 1,000 likes.
Because I knew that we would need more time to really dig in.
You needed more time. She said she would have needed more time. You know what we need? We need more likes, ladies and gentlemen. She needed more time. I need more likes. She needed more time. I need more likes. What are we talking about? We're talking about Hakeem Jeffries calling Jeffrey Epstein after he was a convicted felon. We're talking about Chuck Schumer receiving money from Jeffrey Epstein over 20 years. We're talking about John Kerry receiving money from Jeffrey Epstein. We're talking about Bill Clinton receiving money from Jeffrey Epstein. We're talking about the DNC, the Democratic Convention, receiving money from Jeffrey Epstein. And when I announced this, do you understand what I am doing? When I announced, I read a list of all the donations, a 20-year-long relationship with the Democratic Party and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Jeffrey Epstein donated so much money to the Democrats, they still have $32,000 today. This is the story I broke yesterday. Thank you to the House Oversight Committee and the House Leader Comer who released this information. Now, when news media like me broke the information that Jeffrey Epstein had a transactional relationship with the Democrat elites for over 20 years, Jasmine Crockett responded to my news. Jasmine Crockett responded to my news. Jasmine Crockett responded to my news by saying, oh yeah, well, Republicans took money from Jeffrey Epstein too, but Jasmine Crockett was wrong. I was right. Jasmine Crockett was wrong. Can we get it in the chat? I was right. 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 Jasmine Crockett was wrong. Everybody in the chat. I was right. Jasmine Crockett was wrong. I was right. Jasmine Crockett was wrong. Thank you. I was right. Jasmine Crockett was wrong. And she knowingly was ignorant. And she lied on people. I think she should be prosecuted and she should lose her job. She should be prosecuted and she should use her job for what she has done. Jasmine Crockett should be prosecuted and she should lose her job for what she done. On November 18th, Crockett cited FEC records showing donations to figures like Lee Zeldin, a Mitt Romney, and from a Dr. Jeffrey Epstein, a New York physician, not the late sex offender who died in 2019. Zeldin shared the FEC filing noting that the doctor's post 2019 contributions, while Meghan McCain rejected any link to her late father. Crockett later told CNN her phrasing was deliberate amid a rushed 20-minute search. No apology from Jasmine Crockett. No apology from Jasmine Crockett. Let's go to ICE operations in Charlotte. Y'all want to know what's going on? I said Charlotte on ice. Can I get Charlotte on ice? Power versus the people. Remember that. Everybody in the chat. The race baiters have entered the chat. Is that right? Is that right? The race baiters, they would have put Trump in jail for breaking a pencil if they could. Thank you. Ooh, Scrappy 8-ball. Come on, Scrappy. Jasmine, you're fired. Jasmine, you're fired. Double tap hit the like button. We should have 1,000 likes. We should have 1,000 likes. Double tap hit the like button. We should have 1,000 likes. We're going to get to ICE. Is your name Pete or Repeat? My name is Black. Blacker. I am Blacker the Blacker. Blacker the Blacker. Blacker the Blacker. Blacker. My name is Blacker. Blacker the Blacker. Blacker. That's my name. That's my name. Blacker the Blacker. That's what our name is. We talking about ICE right now. Y'all ready to go to another topic? Ice, baby. Too cold. It's like ice, baby. Just go back home. I said ice, baby. Too cold. It's like ice, baby. Just go back home. Ice, baby. Too cold. It's like ice, baby. Just go back home. Ice. Man. Who got the best? Double tap hit the like button. Who got the best podcast in the land, man? Who got the best podcast in the land? Me too, man. I'm proud too. I'm very proud. Y'all ready to go to the next topic? Y'all ready to go to the next topic? You were idiots for Trump. Go crazy, snowflake. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Deborah, thank you for being here, Deborah. Let's go to 150 likes. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Shout out to my buddy Deborah in the chat. That's my sister. That's my sister. That's my sister. Y'all gonna go. We're gonna go to another topic. We're gonna go to another topic, man. We're gonna talk about ICE in Charlotte. I think we got some videos. We're gonna go ICE, baby. Oh man, is YouTube gonna take that out? YouTube, man, we gotta report this guy. You don't respect YouTube. You don't respect me. What is going on with that? We don't do that here, brother. Show some respect, brother. We do not do that here, brother. Get that brother out of here, man. Show some respect, brother. We do not do that here, man. Show some respect. Show some respect for yourself. Show some respect for the chat. Come on. Show some respect for yourself. Angela, I see your comment. I respect your comment. I respect your comment. I see your comment, Angela. Thank you for being here. Let's go to the next topic. We're going to go to the next topic. Charlotte, did y'all know now, those of you who are being subscribed to my channel, you know we've been talking about this since Memphis. We talked extensively about Washington, D.C. I talked extensively about Washington, D.C. You know the latest news. Deborah, I don't know how many people been here, but let me give you, before we get to Charlotte, this is a very sad state of affairs. I'm very proud of Trump. I'm very disheartened by those Democrats telling people to push back against ICE, because we have very serious issues in our cities and in our neighborhoods, and the Democrat millionaire elites don't live in these areas, right? Where Trinidad Agua Venezuelan cartel members went to Aurora, Colorado, and Chicago apartments in South Chicago. See, the Democrats don't live over there, right? So I have some news and updates. I don't know if you know how this all started. It started in Washington, D.C. It started with a young man named Big Balls. Does anybody remember the Big Balls issue? He's a member of Doge. And when you think about the new restrictions on WIC and FDIC and the entitlement pool, that's all a product of Doge, right? Doge is the ones who created these cutbacks that were manifested in the form of the big, beautiful bill. Now, we're talking about Big Balls. Big Balls is a young man, early 20s. He worked for Elon Musk and Donald Trump on the Doge committee. One night in Washington, D.C., he was walking in the Capitol Mall. He was walking a female friend back to her car. It was around 2 a.m. He was coming from a party. They were hanging out, 20-year-olds, college. He has a good job in Washington, D.C. They were hanging out, having a good time. He's still a young man. He's a gentleman. He walks this young lady to her car. He notices when he gets close to the car, on the other corner, there's a group of young individuals, about 10 or 15 of them, right? So he knows he needs to hurry up and get the young lady into the car. They approach him. He gets the young lady into the car. They try to carjack the young lady and steal her car. He stops them from stealing her car. They begin to beat him. They almost beat him to death. Do you guys remember this story? This is what prompted Trump going into Washington, D.C. with the National Guard to clean up. Now, there are some details that we finally learned. That evening, it was 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. The young people who were on the corner were about 15 years old, 14 and 15-year-olds on the corner at 3 o'clock in the morning of the Capitol Mall. These are details that nobody ever released. Now, the people who beat him were arrested. The 2 people arrested, there were 3 people arrested, 2 15-year-old men and a 14-year-old girl. Did you know that a 14-year-old girl were one of the assailants who tried to carjack and beat this young man? So a 14-year-old girl and 2 15-year-old boys out at night in Washington, D.C. at 3 o'clock in the morning committing felonies. So they were arrested. Do you know how the crime was adjudicated? Does anybody know? I reported it here because I need to give you this foundation before we go to ICE. I need to give you this before we talk about sedition. Do you know how that crime was adjudicated? Do you understand? So the judge, a black woman, a black woman, liberal Biden appointee. Are you listening? A black woman, a Biden appointee judge let all of them go home. I'm going to tell you again. I said 3 o'clock in the morning, 15-year-old. See, recently there was an incident in Chicago, right? There was an incident in Chicago where children beat up a mother. Do you guys recall? Just a couple days ago, there was an incident in Chicago where children beat up a mother and her daughter, and they videotaped it. People have been saying it's not safe for my children to go to school or to go outside. And then people laugh. But I'm explaining to you why it's not safe in certain Democratic neighborhoods for children to go outside. It's because liberal judges allow felons to go home. How would you feel if you had a teenager in Washington, D.C., and your child had to go to school with a 15-year-old who had committed felony, grand larceny, and assault, but then was released by a liberal judge? And that release means he gets to go to school with your teenager. See, no one tells the whole story. The whole story is people say, well, give him another chance. Give him a second chance. That second chance means that 15-year-old now is going to school with your daughter. Do you understand what the second chance means? The second chance means your children are afraid to go outside because it's filled with 15-year-old felons who've been released by liberal judges. That's why it's unsafe. Double tap, hit the like button. Double tap, hit the like button. Double tap. So let's go to Charlotte. Do you understand why sedition? Do you understand why Trump said prosecute the Democrats who are telling people to push back? We have a serious problem in our Democratic cities. We have a serious problem in our Democratic cities, and people don't want to admit the truth. People want to give a second chance, but do you want your children going to school with somebody who would commit such a heinous crime? See, I need to know that answer. See, I know everybody has a bleeding heart. All the Democrat socialists have a bleeding heart. Oh, cry for me, Argentina, right? They want to give out second chances. But see, this is the problem. You don't live in those communities, right? The millionaire Democrat elite don't live in South Chicago. They don't live in that part of Washington, D.C. They don't live in East St. Louis. Can we have a real talk? They don't live in South Sac. They don't live in East Oakland. Can we have a real talk? They don't live in Milwaukee. Can we have a real talk? See, the Democrat millionaire elites don't live in the places where the Venezuelan cartel is taking over. South Chicago. They don't live in it. They live in Oak Park. They don't live in South Chicago. Right? They don't live in South Chicago. They don't live in East St. Louis. So they don't know the ills that plague the mothers of East St. Louis. Mothers who trying to raise good kids. And you're a single mother. You want to raise a good child, but you have to send your child into a neighborhood in school where in East St. Louis, they have a point system. Where I reported to you, this point system allowed teenagers who carjacked the Uber driver to go free because of this Democratic police reform, Black Lives Matter point system, because they were juveniles. Listen, are you guys listening? Because there's a lot of trolls in the chat. Because they were juveniles, this point system in East St. Louis allowed them to go home. And you know what happened the next day? They carjacked a Lyft driver. This is not a lie. You research it yourself. I said young people in St. Louis carjacked the Uber driver because they were under 18 and because of the Democratic liberal police reform policies, BLM policies. There is a point system in these liberal cities. You know how Gavin Newsom says you can steal up to $1,000? You know how Gavin Newsom says you can steal up to $1,000? It creates criminals and crime. So in East St. Louis, there's a point system. That point system allowed these teenagers to go home after carjacking an Uber driver. The next day, they carjacked the Lyft driver. The children who carjacked Big Balls went home. And so Democrats understand why the cities look the way they look. Okay, can we go to Charlotte now? 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 Huh? ICE operation Charlotte's Web raids arrest over 250 in North Carolina. I want that. I want a lot of criminals off the street. Huh? I want criminal. Let me read that to you again. ICE operations Charlotte's Web raids arrest over 250 in North Carolina. U.S. Customs and Border Protection and Immigration and Customs Enforcement launched Operation Charlotte's Web last week, targeting workplaces and neighborhoods in Charlotte and Pineville, North Carolina. The operation resulted already in 250 arrests. We just started. Obviously, they're in the right place, causing construction sites to empty, businesses like grocery stores and ice cream shops to shutter or see sharp drops in customers. In Charlotte, Mecklenburg schools to report over 30,000 absences. Obviously, they're in the right place. 21% of enrollment on Monday. Proponents celebrate reduced traffic and potential benefits for American workers, while critics decry tactics like disputed detention of young worker over research. Charlotte constructions. Let's go to some video. How y'all feel about this Charlotte report? How y'all feel about that Charlotte report, huh? Let me read some more of this Charlotte before we go to video. I know y'all like the video. Let's get some more context for the conversation. Charlotte. Jasmine Crockett, that was such a great. We caught her in the lie. Oh man, that was hilarious. Let's see. ICE raids Operation Charlotte's Web escalates. Federal ICE Border Patrol operations in Charlotte, North Carolina have netted 250 plus arrests since last week. In 1 week, you guys. In 1 week, 250 arrests, targeting undocumented immigrants in workplaces and communities. Businesses are shuttering, schools canceling after school programs, and local citizens included are in a panic. Agents smashed a U.S. citizen's truck window in one clash. Remember, I told you about that. The reason they smashed her window is because of the video today. That's why I think I support Trump on the sedition. Listen to this. Democrats made a video today. Trump said, prosecute them. The Democrats told American citizens to push back, right? So there was a mother with her daughter. She saw ICE agents about to raid the house of an illegal immigrant, and she honked the horn. That is breaking the law. You are impeding a federal agent while they are doing their federally sworn duty. You can't do that. And I don't know why the Democrats won't tell you that you will go to prison. And this is the thing, young lady, it is a federal offense. It's not local. So no one is going to be able to save you. You think your local mayor or someone could? No, it's a federal offense if you get involved and impede in a federal investigation. You're going to get a federal charge. They have a 90% conviction rate. You're going to get convicted of a federal crime. Please listen to me. Don't listen to those Democrats. Please do not interfere. I am begging you, respect the rule of law. We are a country of laws. This is not how you make change in America. You make change via policy and laws. Do not interrupt federal employees as they're doing their job. Well, you know what I've asked people to do? Support the federal employees. We are citizens. This is our country. I ask you to support the federal government. So support the federal officers. You know what I'm saying? They might be hungry. Get out of their way. Be quiet. If they ask you a question, be honest. Do you understand what I'm saying? Huh? So we're going to get into this. We're going to get into this, Charlotte. I need everybody that's watching right now, hit the like button. I need everybody watching right now to hit the like button. Hit the like button right now. Answer the poll. Everything Perfect Timing is saying can be researched. Thank you, Deborah. Double tap, hit the like button. Mecklenburg Sheriff says feds are pulling out today after nearly a week, but raids could spread statewide. Immigrant advocates decry it is terrorist tactics under Trump deportation push. Let's take a look at some videos. What do you guys think? I say this is what I voted for, and it's even better. Report of hundreds of Charlotte construction sites now quiet amid Border Patrol operation. Can we hire some Americans? Does this particular site have from 50 to 100 workers every day, and only 2 showed up yesterday? That means thousands of construction jobs are being filled by illegal immigrants who are paid lower wages and have no insurance. When they get injured, taxpayers cover the hospital bills, and the developers rake in the profit. Let's go to the video. This is Charlotte construction. This is what we voted for. This is what Make America Great looks like. When we talk about food stamps, when we talk about jobs instead of food stamps, when people got to go back to their home country, and now these developers will be forced to pay American workers, right? These developers will be forced to hire and pay American workers a living wage. These are construction sites in Charlotte after Operation Charlotte's Web. Empty. This construction site normally had 100 employees. Only 2 of them showed up to work. Out of 100, only 2 of them were citizens. Out of 100 employees in this Charlotte construction site, only 2 of them were citizens. Only 2 of them were citizens. How do you feel about that, America? How do you feel about that? Let's read it right here. It says right here, report of 100 Charlotte construction sites now quiet amid Border Patrol operation. This particular site had 50 to 100 workers every day. Only 2 showed up. That means thousands of construction jobs are being filled by illegal immigrants. You see the news, they get hurt and we got to pay for it. Y'all see the news, double tap. Y'all double tap, hit the like button.
Customers, people are scared.
Charlotte, this is reports from Charlotte. Y'all double tap, hit the like button.
Just no customers. No customers, people are scared to come out. It's hard. It's hard for my community. For example, normally like on a Sunday, we would have like all 6 registers going at all time. 2 registers, maybe 3, but the sales as far as that has gone down, but not only the sales, it's just like our regular customers. Our regular customers, we don't wondering, make sure they're okay, or like our regular Sunday customers. We didn't see none of them yesterday, so obviously I'm guessing they're scared, to come out. So I would be too.
I've definitely seen a drastic drop in businesses. Everything's been dropping. People are scared to go out. Businesses next to us don't even dare to open. So it's really bad right now. It's never been this empty. Never. Not even before, when the ice was kind of here. But, yeah, but now it's never been this empty. This parking lot has never been emptier.
Wow. This is what we voted for, MAGA. This is what we voted for, MAGA. How y'all doing this morning? We talking about Operation Charlotte's Web, basically shut down. Quality of life dramatically improved in every single way for Americans if millions of illegals are deported. Housing costs, grocery prices, job market, wages, safety, crime, healthcare costs all see drastic improvements. I don't know why this is hard for people to understand. Do you understand? Come on, baby. We're going to keep going to video. Will someone think of a literal slave labor that billion-dollar property owners employ to create literal slave caste apartment complexes for neighborhood cattle? Man in North Carolina points to empty construction site after ICE raised the area. Check this out. This is what we're doing right now. Charlotte's Web. Charlotte's Web, 1 week, 250 arrests. 1 week, 250 arrests. Charlotte's Web, and now construction sites are shut down. Man in North Carolina points to empty construction site after ICE raids in area. What does this say? This is where all our jobs went. America, that is just one location. Multiplied by thousands across the country, developers replace American workers with low-wage foreign labor to save money, and now the truth is out. Double tap, hit the like button, vote in the poll. We got to go up. Double tap, hit the like button.
For those that are, do you guys hear that? Yeah, me neither. This job right here, there's about 3 people working currently. It's just sad, man. It's really sad. Not one single person in sight. It's crazy, man. A lot of people don't realize how this affects the economy so much. I mean, who's gonna finish building this building if everyone that is capable of doing it is getting taken?
Who gonna finish it, you guys? Who gonna build the building? This is American jobs. He said, who is gonna build the building? I know.
On the bright side, for those that are okay with it, come work. There's a lot of positions that need to be filled. And
say it again. Say it again. Hold on. Say it again, Charlotte. You hear that, Charlotte? I ain't heard this in years.
Come work. There's a lot of positions that need to be filled, and long hours, and no AC, no heat. We'll be waiting.
What y'all think? What y'all think? We having a good conversation today, y'all. Double tap, hit the like button, man. Everybody hit the like button, man. What else I got? Let me see. What else is this right here? This is the jobs American workers don't want. We ain't talking about that shit. They don't have that many videos. This is a residential high-end monstrosity build site up in the Burrs. Same thing, man. Construction sites empty. You know, it was another video I had. It was another video I had. I'm gonna see if I can find it. How y'all doing today? I'm looking for this viral video. Double tap, hit the like button. Hey, Deborah, we said 150 likes. Let's get to 300 likes. Everybody watching right now, hit the like button. We get to 300 likes. Amid ongoing ICE raids in Charlotte, 250 arrests since November. A viral video has exploded on X showing black women gleefully noting less traffic caused by operations. The clip has reached over 100,000 views in 24 hours. Cops is heard driving through unusually empty streets, laughing about how the raids are keeping people off the roads, tuning in intense enforcement action into unexpected win for commuters. Where's the link at? Man, come on, let's get the link.
That came out overnight on the economy, the president's approval.
This is not the link, man. This is not the link, man. Come on, Grok. Help me out now. That's not it either. I just want they be playing with these links, man. What I don't understand. They be playing with these links, man. Where is the link? Man, there was this lady, she was saying how she was happy about, you know, the traffic and everything. She was happy about the traffic and everything. Oh man, starving, you guys. That's not it. All right, well, it wasn't meant to be, but I'm gonna shut it down. I'll see y'all tomorrow, 11 a.m. Same bat time, same bat channel. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching. Double tap, hit the like button. Double tap, hit the like button. Make sure everybody you like, share, and subscribe. Hit the super chat, Cash App, $ Big D Rents. Every day at 11 a.m., we do the same thing. Go over Trump news, giving Democrats the boo-hoo-hoo blues. Giving Democrats the boo-hoo-hoo blues. Thank y'all for watching. I love y'all. God bless y'all. See y'all tomorrow, 11 a.m., 11:30. Double tap, hit the like button, subscribe to your God Perfect Timing Podcast. You are watching the Perfect Timing Podcast. Double tap right now. If you've enjoyed this, I'm going to ask a favor before we go. If you enjoyed this, if you've been entertained, if you've been educated in any way, I ask and say, please double tap the screen, hit the like button right now. And I'm going to ask you also to have a great day. Stay informed, everybody. Stay informed, everybody. Stay informed. Stay subscribed. Stay locked in. Thank you for all your support. Deborah, you see the number. Thank you, everybody watching. Just like this. I know a lot of you watching on your cell phone. Go just like this. Double tap the cell phone. Hit those 3 ellipses in the up here right here on the lower left chevron. Hit the heart emoji. Hit the laugh emoji. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all have a great day.